Right, previous video we looked at multiplying standard form numbers to create another standard form number. Here we're dividing, so this is what you need to do. Look at the first parts of the standard form numbers. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now look at the base index part. We've got 10 to the power of 5 divided by 10 to the power of 3. Right, if the base is the same and we're dividing in between, what do we need to do to the indices? We need to take away, so that will be 10 to the power of 2. 10 to the power of 2. But being a standard form, it needs to have a time symbol. You cannot just copy the divide there. That wouldn't make it a standard form number. Just check the first numbers between 1 and 10. Sometimes people forget to do that. Right, 2 divided by 8, 0.25. Right, now this bit, 10 to the power of 2 divided by 10 to the power of 7. The base is the same, we're dividing, so we need to subtract from this side. 2 take away 7. The answer is not 5. 2 take away 7 on the number line would give you minus 5. So that's times 10 to the power of minus 5. Right, that's perfectly okay. That bit's okay. That is not okay. The number has to be between 1 and 10 for it to be a standard form number. So what we do is move the decimal point one place to the right. So we're increasing it by a factor of 10. Times it by 10. So that will become 2.5. So because we've increased it, we move the decimal point one place to the right. We need to compensate, because we made the number bigger, we need to make that smaller. So to make that smaller, it's going to be that. Okay, some people think, well, how's that made it smaller? The numbers are increased. So if you think about the number line, and so on, right? Here's minus 5. Numbers get bigger that way, look, and numbers get smaller this way. So minus 6 is smaller than minus 5. Just to recap then, what I've done is I've made the number bigger, so I need to make that one smaller. That's what I've done. Right, slightly difficult because we've got a problem on the numerator and a problem to deal with in the denominator. Right, we'll just do it one by one. Let's just look at just focus on the numerator just for the time being. Right, I'll do it here. 4.3 times 2. 4.3 times 2 is 8.6. Right, this bit now, that'll be 10 to the power of 5. 2 add 3 is 5, right? Numerator is done. Now the denominator. 2 times 2 is 4. Right, now 5 add 4 is 9. 10 to the power of 9. Right, not quite finished yet. This is now a division problem. So now what we're going to do is, let me just rewrite that for you. This might make more sense to you. So divided by this thing at the bottom. Right, we've looked at questions like this in a previous video. 8.6 divided by 4, 2.15. It needs to have a time symbol because it has to be standard form. Right, now this bit, 10 to the power of 5 divided by 10 to the power of 9. 10 to the power of 5 divided by 10 to the power of 9 is equal to 5 take away 9 is minus 4. It's minus 4. So that's done now. So what I've done is just reduce that to a single standard form number. Always check that that number, the first part, is between 1 and 10. In this case it is, so we can just leave it as it is. Now I can quickly check this on a calculator as well. I can do this on a calculator. Start off with by pressing the fraction button. And then I'm going to copy everything into the calculator as I see it. Right, I can press the square button or I can use the power button. Right, notice this is wrong now. I'm locked in the index part, so bring the cursor down. Bring the cursor down. Press the SD button. 2.15 times 10 to the power minus 4. It's what I had when I calculated it without a calculator.